Following breaking news out of Hartford right now, where police have made a second arrest in connection with the deadly shooting of a 3-year-old boy.
Police making that arrest early this morning. This comes just a few days after police arrested 19-year-old Josiah Smith on murder charges. He's accused in the shooting that killed 3-year-old Randell Jones. Jones was sitting in a car with his mother and siblings when that shooting occurred on Nelson Street. Just a few hours after that shooting, another one, killing a 16-year-old boy on Magnolia Street. Police have not made any arrests in connection with that shooting just yet, but the Hartford police chief did provide more details about this latest arrest today.
Last night and yesterday, they were able to establish probable cause to complete an arrest warrant for the driver of the stolen Honda Accord, where Josiah Smith was the rear seat passenger in when the shooting occurred. We were able to pick that individual up this morning. The individual is a juvenile, so I can't release the name, but the charges are accessory to commit murder and larceny in second degree for being in possession of the stolen car.
All right, in addition to what he was just talking about now, this case, Hartford's police chief also spoke on the Derek Chauvin verdict. We're going to have more on that a little bit later on the Fox 61 News at 4:30.